Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you for your patience. And there are a couple more seats if anyone wants a seat by the teachers, right? Exactly. So, my name is Don McKenzie, and I'm the executive director of the foundation here at GRCC. And this is just one of those nights that's very exciting for us as a college and for us as a foundation. So I just want to say thank you all for being here. As we get going, I want to acknowledge and recognize some people. We have two of our Board of Trustee members here this evening, Dr. Richard Reiskamp and Rich Verberg, Trustee Rich Verberg are both here. And thank you. And I have a foundation board member here in Jan Magini. So Jan, thank you for being here. And a special guest this evening, it's great to have here in the front row, and I'll ask you to please stand. We have, in a demonstration of respect for the Paganelli family and in appreciation, we have former Paganelli Family Scholarship Award recipients. So if you'll please stand and be recognized. So. Yeah, it's students like these, that's the whole reason that we're here. So very exciting. Thank you for being here. It's now my pleasure to invite Dr. Steve Ender to the podium, President of GRCC.
Well, good evening. Welcome to the Paganelli family reunion. It's we're delighted that we could host this group tonight. 3 generations of Paganellis have been to this institution. I met a 4th tonight as we were visiting before this ceremony started, and I certainly hope that they're going to be attending here in another 3 or 4 years. That would be very nice. Perhaps under their family's name scholarship. You never know, sometimes these things go full circle. We're delighted to have the privilege to name this Foyer tonight for a wonderful family that has a strong and rich tradition with Grand Rapids Community College. It's always great when you can put a name somewhere at your institution that speaks for itself in the community, that speaks to family values, that speaks to integrity, that speaks to the importance of education, and speaks to a commitment of giving back to others. And tonight we have such an opportunity. Trustee Jan Magini shared with me over the weekend that she planted a little seed at some point in the past, said, hey, wouldn't it be nice? And in fact, that seed became reality when Carl and his family endowed a scholarship for $50,000 that has now allowed 4 students to attend GRCC. And that endowment will continue to give and give and give as our history goes on. So it's always perhaps one of the best jobs of a college president to do a dedication, to do a naming. And it is my pleasure at this time to name this area, this entry to our front door in many ways, as you come to our institution, the Paganelli Foyer. Don? And there they are. And Carl, perhaps a few words.
Thank you, Mr. President. Jan Magini did a little twisting of the arm. You know, it wasn't that easy to get us to go. But Jan had called and said, hey, can I sit down and talk to you? So we sat down, and it's probably one of the best things that ever happened to our family. It brought our family together again, got us an opportunity to meet a lot of these young people here and watch them grow through their scholarship and their education and go from there. So I want to thank, everybody in the foundation office, Mary Reed and everybody and Don, and, it's just been great to me whenever I call. Anytime I call or ask for something, there's never a hesitation. And it speaks well of the college and speaks well of people that work under you, and I want you to, realize that, and thank you. Our scholarship winners, I just would like you to introduce them to you here. In 2008, 2009, Brittany Bushy, she was our first recipient. Could you stand up? She had an outstanding career as an athlete here. She was an academic student, and she graduated from Central Michigan, and now she's working, I think, for your father in the business, is her? My grandpa in her business. So she was our first winner here, and she'll speak here later on the program. Megan LaValle, her mother and father are here. Megan's at Michigan State University. Last time I talked to Megan, she's a senior, and I think it's biomedical down there. She works at Chow Line feeding the football players. She told me enjoying it, but once again, another one that has achieved the goal that she set herself to go. Dan Fredericks is now attending Wayne State University. He will graduate this year. He's going to go on to graduate school. He's a #1 pitcher for Wayne State, like he was here for junior college. And academically, he's around the 3.9, 3 something, doing very well there. Brendan Bender, graduated Granville High School. He's received an associate degree. He's now attending Danforth College. He's playing baseball for him there. I got to thank his mother because she takes my grandson to school every morning. I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much, Brendan. We have another scholarship winner here. I get my papers straightened out if I can here. It's Anderson. He's our latest winner here from Lowell High School. He's a football, baseball player. Is now here in his first year at community college on the baseball team. And if you read a little bit about his back history, he's just a tremendous athlete at Lowell High School. If you know their football program, you know how strong he was, as an athlete there. Appreciate it very much. If I may just introduce our family to you, because we're a good family. We come from all over. We've had 14 or 15 people come through community college here, get their degree. Our Uncle Sonny, 1936.
No,
What?
27, 28.
27, oh.
29. Trust me, I read
Holy
the
Christ.
this morning.
Holy Christ. We're Davis Tech back then, right? So that's how far back the history of our family goes. Cousin Carl, who's not here, and myself went here, but we're the only ones that did not finish our education here. We either got kicked out or we took off to the surface. So, but we've got a lot of feeling here for the school, and this is why we devote the scholarship what they do. I'd like to introduce my wife, Mary, to you, if I can. Mary, if you please stand up. Our oldest son, Perry's here. Paris, raise your hand, so down, yeah. Carl and his wife, Kathy, are down in Florida, will not be here. Dino's watching his son play in Hudsonville tonight, so he won't be here. And then Carly Marie just called in sick. And Krista, our other granddaughter, she runs cross-country for Aquinas College. If we had had a cross-country program here, she would have came here, community college. So can we add that to the roster? Because maybe some of these youngsters.
We might need a coach at some point.
I can tell them to run. That's about all I can tell. Hey. But Carl and Peg are not here. Peg taught in the Forest Hill school system. Carl owns Walt Holt's company, and they've been very supportive of the program. I was hoping Carl would come because I wanted Carl to speak, because I've done most of the speaking for the group, and I wanted people to hear a little of the other side of the family. And we have young Carl and his daughter. Carl, can your daughter stand up, please? All right, thank you. Matt and Julie and the family, the whole row, stand up. Okay, good. If I can remember, Julie, your father was a fine athlete here. has officiated a lot with your father, was a very good athlete here at the college. Virginia Paganelli Caruso went on to teach in the college. Her husband was a economic professor at Western Michigan, now retired. Virginia Paganelli, or got that, Jeanette Paganelli Comparance, was a teacher in our Grand Rapids public school system, and her husband always is in the back row. He never comes forward. And Barb Paganelli, Barb taught here. Barb taught here for a number of years. I introduced her to our president, and they talked about her teaching here. She went up to around Traverse City in that area and took over another nursing program there, and I think just retired again. So the family is still, working in the educational business there on it. There's a lot of special friends here and people that we want to recognize that without their support, this could have not been possible. Like I said, Jan came and spoke to us, and we met up at Marlowe House, and we said, hey, let's give it a try. So everybody went to work and put together a system that had worked. We met our goal of getting $50,000 in 5 years. And the last report that I got from Mary, I think we're right, still around 49,000, just under the 50,000. So we've been able to maintain that. I think it'll be here for a long time on it. I don't want to forget two people that are here. Their daughter was our second recipient, went to school here at community college. Her mother and father, LaValle, will you please stand? Mary and Jerry. I appreciate it. I got to say something about the letters that I told the girls today. And I get letters from them, and they'll drop me emails. And you can see the sincerity in the letters that they write to us about, how thankful they are that they were a recipient of the Paganelli's scholarship. And you'll hear from one of them here. And that's, to me, what's important. We want you people that receive our scholarship, we want you to be part of our family forever, And hopefully when you get at that certain age that you start your own scholarship and you take care of people that are following you coming through on it there. Jan's here, her husband Frank, I think Jan was on the trustee for many years. Everybody knows Frank. Dave and Sue Chesney, Ches in the background. Sue, good friends of ours. Trying to think who else. Oh, the young man, that's Brittany, what's your boyfriend's name? Brian. He's on it there. I'm trying to remember. I don't want to forget nobody. I'm terrible on it. The baseball coach that everybody knows him, but if anybody doesn't, he's been good at our program. He's done a lot for him. My last job as president, I told Charlie Wells, when I get your dugouts built, I'm done. We got the field turnaround, we got the lights. It's been a pleasure working with Charlie and Don and everybody, and I'm out trying to hustle up some dugouts, and I can walk away very nicely on it there. But other than that, that's all I have to say, other than to thank everybody for coming here. This is a tremendous thing for our family. It wasn't our goal when we started, but as the momentum carried and we got involved in more projects here at community college, we said, hey, let's see if we can do this. We called Mary one day, and Charlie, got a few more people here. And I think Carl hit it on the spot. He said, when you walk into this building, you got Huntsberger over here, and the next thing you look at is 3 Coke machines. He said, can we put something on that wall? And this is how it all started, of putting this thing that we have here today, honoring our family. So that's all I have to say. Anybody from the family care to say anything else? If not, Brittany, I'm going to turn it over to you or Don.
Carl, thanks for those words, and thank you for all that you do and that you're committing to continue to do for GRCC. We heard that on video, that we'll get those dugouts done, Carl. All right? As Carl said, it's my pleasure to introduce Brittany Boucher. Don't get up yet because I have to say a couple things about you, and it's a very short walk here. But Brittany is the first recipient of the Paganelli Family Scholarship. And Brittany was a basketball standout here at GRCC, but not only stood out on the court, but also as equally important in college. She stood out in the classroom as well. And I know that there are some sports fans, and statistics is very important in sports. So I wanted to give you just 3 statistics about Brittany, having nothing to do with sports. She completed 5 semesters. All 5 semesters she was on the dean's list, and she completed her program here with a 3.748 GPA. So. And I would have rounded that up, but in baseball, all those little .00 is so important. So, Brittany, please come up and say a couple of words.
First off, I wanted to thank the Paganelli family for having me today. It's a great honor. As you mentioned a little bit, back in 2008, I was honored in being named the first recipient of the Paganelli Scholarship. That year, I was a sophomore on the women's basketball team, where I was named second team All-American, Conference Player of the Year, and GRCC Female Athlete of the Year. After receiving my associates at GRCC, I continued my education at Central Michigan University, studying in business. In 2011, I graduated with a business degree, including a major in marketing and a minor in advertising and communications. After college, I moved back to Grand Rapids, where I continued to work at 290 Sign Systems as a marketing coordinator, where I organize trade shows, design, marketing, literature, and communicate with the national sales force and clients. I recently purchased my first home in Grand Rapids, and I look forward to the day when I'm fortunate enough to give back to the wonderful school and community like the Paganelli family has so graciously done. The Paganelli Scholarship provided me with the opportunity to attend GRCC without the added burden of working, so therefore I could concentrate on my studies and playing basketball. It's truly amazing to see the difference that one family can make. And when I reflect on my time at GRCC, I am forever grateful to the Paganelli family. So thank you for allowing me to be a part of your family in this day. Thank you.
How wonderful it is that this scholarship is going to help students like these 3 sitting here, like Brittany, year after year after year in perpetuity. And I mean, when you look at this picture, I want to thank all the Paganellis for being here today. I have a little bit of big family envy right now. Mackenzie is not an Italian name, and we Scotsmen are not known for big families. Clans, but that's, we take anyone who lives around us kind of thing. But what an absolutely beautiful family. And when I go out and I meet with friends at the college and I talk about scholarships, this is one of the scholarships that I'm able to use as an example of how powerful an endowment can be, and how it can just, through a generous gift, how students can be touched year after year after year. And so thank you to all the Paganellis here that I can use you as an example as I go out and talk in the community about the community's college. I am newer to GRCC. And as in the classroom and on the playing field, you always want to prepare before you do anything. And so I made a couple of calls about the Paganelli family to prepare a couple of comments. And I recognize that my comments are the only thing between you and dessert right through that door, so I will be quick. But the calls that I made, 4 words kept coming up time and time again about the Paganelli family. And those 4 words are faith, family, community, and friends. Faith. This family is recognized for its reputation of ethics and integrity. They recognize that there's no right way to do a wrong thing, and no matter where they are, they remember who they are, whose they are, and who they represent. And I think that's a wonderful thing that you can say about a family. The second word that kept coming up was family. And I already commented on the attractiveness of this family and the size of it. The Paganelli family is one that supports one another, and not every family can say that. In fact, the Paganelli family is a family that enjoys one another, and not every family can say that. So it's a wonderful thing. One person on the phone said that La Familia is not just a noun, but it's a way of life for the Paganellis, and so that's excellent as well. Community, the Paganelli support what they believe in and where they live. And I was embarrassed as all the accolades of the Paganelli family were being told to me. One of the things that was mentioned was a Little League field that was named in Wyoming. And growing up on the east side of the state, immediately my brain's trying to think, how did this family get from Grand Rapids all the way out to the state of Wyoming to get involved with Little League? So, but they're definitely involved here in West Michigan. And they want to see opportunities for education, whether that's in the classroom, on the faculty floor, or on a ball field. This family is about education and lifelong learning. And then friends. Carl recognized many of you, all of you who are here that were invited today. The thing that impresses me about the Paganelli family is not only the number of friends that they have, but the length that they're able to keep those friends. And that says a lot about the individuals of the family. They're accountable and enjoyable. And I want to say a personal thank you to the Paganellis for your friendship to GRCC. So faith, family, community, and friends. 4 words that are synonymous with your family. And I would say that 4 words that are synonymous here with West Michigan. You truly have set a wonderful example, and it is our honor, as Dr. Ender said, to dedicate this space in your name. So I want to invite you to enjoy some refreshments through this door. One housekeeping item is if you parked, yes? You may, Jan.
When I was leaving the Board of Trustees at Grand Rapids Community College a few years ago, my closing remarks were, you may leave Grand Rapids Community College, but Grand Rapids Community College never leaves you. And this is a prime example to the young people here, how much it is entrenched in all of our lives. So thank you, the Paganelli family.
Thank you, Jan. All right, well, I'll welcome you to refreshments, and if Mary and Aaron will raise their hands, if you parked in one of our parking structures and need parking validated, we can take care of that, no problem for you. All right, please come in and enjoy some more fellowship and refreshments.